Hi, it's New Year, new me type of energy, although I don't do that. Hello, welcome to my channel. At the time of recording this, it is day 2 of the new year, and it's a concept which you could apply for new starts, that theme, beginning of new months, beginning of the first quarter. But I'm going to focus on the theme of the year because it's trending and it's a useful core topic to fall back to. So on the very first day of the year, I saw the typical videos, which were like, this is my reflections from the old year. I didn't like this beeswax. Now I'm pushing ahead. There's totally nothing wrong, with stating and being clear in terms of what your boundaries are, what's important to you, and how you believe you're going to go forward in a positive and constructive way. And I, being human as I am, had a little bit of fear of missing out type of energy because I wasn't planning to do a video or produce a big content to show publicly, although I was working behind the scenes from the previous year until that first day of the year, creating a really good tool which is going to be helpful for people. What happened to me is that I thought maybe I should say something because it's the beginning of the year. Why did I give people a glimpse or an extract? And there I went on my phone and put the camera in front of me, and I thought, why don't I talk about how I want to go anti-establishment, being the contrarian I am. And I recorded the video the first time. It was okay, and in my mode of what I do sometimes, going into perfectionist mode, I thought, oh, I could do it better. And then by the time I did the second one, it kind of like felt a bit off. But eventually I took a third take, I posted it, and then I noticed in terms of interaction, it was quite low. And I know probably why it was quite low, because I was a bit off and I was going into that sort of energy, which I know I talk about, not following, the herd mentality, listening to yourself and doing what's right for you. And what I wanted to remind you of in this video, or maybe it's something new or something you haven't considered, so I'm not being too assumptuous here, or presumptuous I should say, is that it could be easy to get distracted by outside noise, watching what people are doing and thinking, oh, I should do New Year goals, I should do New Year intentions, I should be showing up online, a bit like what I was, trying to play. And, otherwise I was seeing in terms of what was happening, things were not, sticking, and, just wasn't in the flow at all. So the point is, I want to remind you that remember to stay focused on your lane. Ask yourself those questions, like, for example, why am I doing this? Is this, what I really want to put out there? Am I doing this because of external influences, whatever people are doing, or am I doing it because it feels right? One of the core messages I want to leave with you is listen to yourself. I mean, ask yourself questions. If you find it difficult to express yourself in terms of like saying out loud, this is what it is, this is why I'm feeling ick, then there's different ways you could get to how you're feeling about the matter. And one way I say to identify patterns is to write it down, journal it, maybe have a prompt. Yes, it might be difficult to know where to start with. You can maybe Google it, or perhaps use my guide, which is the reset guide, which purpose is is to get you asking certain questions and then identifying certain patterns in terms of where are you finding that there's parts of your life where there's been resistance, like with me doing that video or attempted to do that social media video yesterday that just wasn't falling at all. And then I realised, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to do this, I want to focus my energy elsewhere. Do you see what I mean? Or sometimes notice themes which pop up in conversations. Are you repeating certain things over again? Topics, like for example, saying, I'm tired or I'm frustrated. Yes, I know it sounds cliche, but do you get my point? When you start to identify patterns, it's because it's telling you something. It could be like the vicious cycle where you feel like you're going round and round again and not succeeding. So my point is to remind you that when you're feeling like things are not, going, according to plan and you're having lots of resistance, then it's because you need to pause and do a reset and identify what it is. What are you rushing into? What are the habits, bad habits you think you're doing where you're repeating all the time and, getting resistance? A bit like that famous Albert Einstein quote, which kind of like goes like this. Definition of sanity is doing things over and over again and still expecting different results. So I hope this is helpful, and until the next video. And if you want to get to reset, I know I just done the ending, to the next video. It's like my out tray, as they call it. Check out in the link to get the reset guide. It's very short, brief. You could do it digitally, fill out PDF. I recommend when you get it, make a copy so you could go back to this anytime when you want to do an audit. So until the next video, thanks for watching.